In manufacturing, there's a saying that variation is the enemy. That means that while a product's being built, if it falls outside of an acceptable range, it can't or won't be used. It doesn't meet the acceptable standards. Can you imagine getting a deal on a brand new flat panel television set only to find out that the screen isn't bright enough for you to make out what you're supposed to see on it? My guess is that you'd march that set right back to where you purchased it and demand a refund or an exchange. Interestingly enough, however, most of us fail to set or maintain acceptable standards when it comes to our own behavior, the behavior of those we're in relationships with, or the outcomes we pursue. It's critical to our successes that we set and maintain at least a minimum set of standards. We can decide to reduce our weight by eating smaller portions of calories and exercising more. Does this mean we eat 50 calories less or 1,000 calories less? Do we work out for 2 hours per week or 12? Standards don't need to be complicated. They can be as simple as working a minimum of 40 hours per week in a focus area. They must, however, provide a minimum measure of acceptable behavior that will significantly improve our chances of reaching our goals. Here are some examples of standards. Maintain at least a B average in all of my classes. Only date women that treat me appropriately and recognize my value. Never work harder to help other people than they're willing to work to help themselves. Consume no more than 2,000 calories per day. Always take enough time to fully grasp the other person's position before I begin to share my own. Always react to negative emotional states by asking myself, how do I really want this to turn out? Only work with people I trust. W. Somerset Maugham said, "It's a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept anything less than the best, you're often going to get that." Tony Robbins is known for saying that the single most important thing he changed was his standards for himself and his life. We suggest that you look at your own standards. In the areas of your life that you most desire to improve, raise your standards. Put them in writing here on this page and see how the condition of your life improves.